All right. All right, guys. I'm here with Formula Alfeanyi. I've been waiting for this for a while now, and so I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to be talking about our top five for the Formula One season this year. If you guys recognize our faces, of course, we're part of Apex Noir. If you don't already, make sure you like and follow both of our pages, plus the Apex Noir page. And then also check us out on Sundays uh, during the races, after the races, all of it. I think you guys have a really good time with some of the race reactions we have there. So without further ado, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm just living,
I say
just
you in
living.
Philly right now. You living good in Philly right now. Y'all got Brown.
Hey, listen. I have to rep it one time, just one time.
Tell me what it's like in the city right now. When the news hit that LeBron was coming.
Listen, so I'm from New York, but I rep Philly teams. Well, two of the Philly teams, and New Yorkers are mad right now. New Yorkers are heated right now, so it's a little tense, but you
Yeah.
know,
All right. So let's break down this top five, man. Who do you got for your top five drivers? Who's in your number five spot?
um, I think number five. I think number five. I'm going to go with Hedjar.
Okay. And then
Going to
four.
go with Hedjar for number five.
Actually, just run your whole five. Run your whole five.
So five, we're gonna go with Hajar. Four, I'm gonna go with George. Um, Number three, I'm gonna go with Max, and then number two, Lewis, and then number one, Kimmy.
Okay, so you got Isaac at five, George at four. Who is at three?
Max.
Max at three. Okay. All right, so give me your justification for this. This is madness to me. I gotta hear it. Tell me. I understand five. Give me why is George in there at all? Explain that to me.
Well, listen, George. George has had a tough go of things recently.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the things that's been going on haven't necessarily been all the way on him. So I believe right now he's what, fourth? He's fourth.
Let me check
I
that.
think he's fourth. Either fourth or he might. Yeah, I think he might be fourth. I think. Don't quote me on that. But even so, even with all the issues that he's been seeming to have,
He's
I
third.
mean, he's third.
Yep.
See, so even with all the issues that he's been seeming to have, he's still in top five in standings. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you got to give him, a little bit of credit for that one.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna make him top two or top three, but I mean, or top two, but I mean, he deserves some credit. I know a lot of people like to hate on George,
Mm-hmm.
kind of make fun of him a little bit, but he deserves a little bit of credit for how his season is going, even though his car hasn't been always on his side.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So number three. You've got Max. Why is Max
Matt.
so low? I don't understand that. Tell me why Max is so low on your list.
Um, well, we know Max is a good driver. He's
Uh huh.
probably one of the best in the field. But I think right now he's driving mad, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him because he's having some issues, wings and things like that. But I think he's driving mad, and because he's driving mad, I think that's affecting his performance a little bit. If you
Oh,
understand what I'm
he
saying?
he right. He was what was he two last race?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I can't justify yet putting him above Kimmy or Lewis
okay.
because Kimmy he's proven it,
Yeah.
right? He's proven it all year, barring the car issues. And
Hmm.
then Lewis, I mean, if 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 Lewis had the right strategy, he would be a whole lot closer to Kimmy right now. But even being at number two, he's still in the hunt. So I can't justify putting Max above those two
Yeah.
because those two have really kind of performed this year.
Hmm. I feel you. So let me give you my top five, and then maybe we can maybe because I'm kind of your idea of kind of giving me a little more thought about that a little bit. But all right, so if I've got Isaac Hadjar as well, I think we're in agreement on that. What he's doing in
Mhm.
the car, and I think that just goes to show like it's not just what he's doing in the car; it's the pressure he's doing it under. Because everybody in that seat is cursed. Everybody knows it, and so for him to
Yeah,
go drive the way he's driving, and what I think is different with him and some of the others is that he seems to be taking authority. Like he's not waiting for an opportunity to, I'm just going to be here for Max. Like he's actually like he out there working.
yeah,
Um,
he's trying to beat Max.
yeah, for sure. Um, Four. I've got Lando actually at four, um, and it's just the only reason I have him at four is because, or on the list at all, is because anytime that he has a car that's even semi capable, he's a monster. And like he's been showing that recently. In this last race, he made a mistake in I think turn one or turn two, something like that. Ended up with Oscar in front of him, but then literally was on his bumper the whole time and basically just had to wait until the team told him he can go by, and then we saw his pace. So I got Lando at number four. Number three, I've got Lewis at number three. Um, he he's made little mistakes, but I mean I think we both can agree it's been more penalties than anything else. Has kind of slowed his
Hmm.
um,
Yep.
because the mistakes he's made. So if we look at it, this could break into a whole Lewis thing. But if we look at it, the issues the penalties he's gotten are largely fair penalties. I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that. It's just
I
that
mean,
you don't call a foul in the, you don't call a foul in the fourth quarter.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
That
I
stuff.
agree.
I mean, and so I think I think if Lewis doesn't have those penalties for the rest of the season, he's going to be really tough to deal with. He's doing good in that car. Two, I've got Kimmy. Just like you said, he's proven a point right now. One, I've just got Max, just because that car has no business being where it's at right now, like none whatsoever. And part of it is I think I could flip flop him and Kimmy, and based off of what you said, honestly, because you made some really good points there. But the thing about Max is I really try to figure it out with him is because of the way Max talks on the radio, he gives the impression that the car is in really, really bad condition. And
Mm.
he can't drive it. The brakes are bad. The shifting is bad. This is going on. This is going on. It's all terrible. And then turns up on qualifying day and ends up in P2, or on the race ends up, in the front of the race, or, contending for the race randomly. And it's like, okay, so was the car that bad all along? Or does Max just verbalize all the issues that he feels and it makes it out to be worse than it is? Like, what are your thoughts?
I think because you don't hear Hajar complaining.
No, he just be cursing people out.
Yeah, but you don't hear him complaining about the car.
Yeah.
And that kind of speaks volumes a little bit. Now is it kind of gives off that Max is being um maybe a little problematic. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because if Hadjar can do what he does and not complain about the car, then I don't understand what's going on with Max. I think that's why I said I think Max is just driving mad, frustrated
Mm-hmm.
because especially at the beginning of the year, everything that was going on with Red Bull.
Yeah.
Um, but I think as of late, Red Bull has a good car. I mean,
Can I give you a
it's,
wild Max Verstappen take?
yeah.
Here's what I think about Max. I think Max still wants everything that he's wanted all along. Like he wants that championship. He wants to. He's hungry for it. And I think that once you've gone from 22 to 24 in that dominant fashion, where you're winning by so much it's almost boring, to being in 25 and the car comes back and you're right there in the race, which I kind of feel like that was more McLaren making mistakes than it was Max catching them.
Mhm.
Then you go into 26 with his new regulations, and now he's fighting basically the midfield. I mean, almost at the midfield in a lot of these races. And then you flip the coin, and he's at Le Mans, and he's at all these other races, and he's at the GT3 races doing well, making a name for himself in that other sport, and he's really enjoying it. He's making snide comments about how this is what racing is supposed to feel like. So I think he still wants Formula One, but it's not giving him what he wants right now. And I think Max is looking for a way to exit quietly and maybe do that Alonso thing where you're gone for a couple of years and then come back once Formula One kind of has their together. You know what I mean? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think how would you receive it if Max did, let's say, just take off, gone for however long, and does GT3 racing or whatever else, and then comes back later on? What are your thoughts?
I I think that's weak. If he does that, I think that's weak. Because
But kill him for
like
it.
this is the first season of these regulations,
Mhm,
and for you to try to bow out, I
mhm.
think that's weak. Everyone is having some sort of issue. It's not just Max. It's not just Red Bull. Everyone is having issues. You know what I'm saying? And if he bows out, that just shows that he can't really take competition
Do you think
because
so? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's one of those things where all these years, the last year or the year before, I was the top,
Hmm.
right? We had the best. I was the best. I was the top. And now with these new regulations, kind of even in the playing field, he's not handling it too well.
So I'm kind of always been weird about Max because his entire dominant seasons from 22 to 24, I said this has no bearing on anything because the car was so dominant that it's
Hmm.
hard for me to now. He's beating his teammate, of course. However, that car was so dominant. I remember him. He used to come out of the pit in Q1, Q2, get out there first, run one lap, park that joint, and wait. Wouldn't even bother coming out again. He was doing that in Q3 and would be on pole. And it's like he would do that, and it's like I think he didn't prove much of anything by winning in that dominant fashion. Now you got to still win the races, of course. So it's not like he didn't do something special there. But you can't tell me if you put Hamilton, Alonso. I'm gonna put Norris in there because he's proven to me something when he has a good car. Um, Maybe not Kimmy because he's a little bit reckless.
A little.
And maybe Berman. If you put some of these guys in that same car, maybe they don't win as a dominant fashion as Max does. But Max showed me something in 25 when the car was not where it was supposed to be, and he pulled himself up there. So I do have to. I wasn't quite there with you. I was thinking. I think maybe that would be the best thing for him. But I kind of agree with you. If the times get tough and he decides, hey, I'm not hanging around, then that is kind of weak. But I will say they need to fix the safety issues. They can't have this man,
They
going
do.
straight, that wing not closing on him. That's crazy.
They do. They Red Bull should understand by now the manner in which Max drives,
Hmm.
whether he brakes late or however he drives. So they should be able to they should have adjusted accordingly. Now that says a lot about Red Bull's back room because this has been happening for most of the season.
Yeah.
So why isn't it being corrected?
Well, and that
So
that wing issue, no when they flipped that macaroni ring thing, or now I'm calling it macaroni. Damn it. that wing that they got going on, it wasn't closing all the way, and
yeah,
so they would flip close like it was supposed to, but it would leave a little gap, and that's what caused him to spin out a couple of times. It's happened to him twice. Um, and so here's my take on all of this, man. When we start having microscopic issues like this that throw drivers off the track, we're doing too much somewhere. Like, give them an engine, give them some aero, let the driver sort it out on track. We don't need all the like. I agree with the technology that tracks everything and the technology that keeps that. We need the eye in the sky. We need all the technology that tracks every single detail to the inch and the bolt. But we're talking about these guys are having to make. These guys are making wing adjustments mid corner. You got a
yeah.
little what you got that poor guy with the little Allen wrench try to slide
Trying to screw it.
within a
I
quarter
mean,
of a second to make the wing go up. Like at a certain point, have we lost what racing actually is? I mean, I'm not a racer, but I mean, you get what I mean.
I know I understand what you're saying. I mean, it seems to be going in that direction. I'm not gonna lie. It's becoming too technical and not really about driving. Because like you said, the pit wall has all these computer screens and programs and this and that and this and that. It's like, well, like you can't really just drive anymore,
which to
you
speak
know?
of which is why it's crazy to me that they lie in our faces when they tell us they don't know who they think should be the number one driver. They
Oh
got
yeah,
a computer
yeah.
that tells them every inch of detail. You knew Lando was quite a bit faster than that boy. Why y'all even play them games? Why y'all even get an appearance? I was just showing the computer, be like, hey, bro,
Look at the numbers.
this why, this
Look at the numbers. The numbers will tell you.
yeah,
The numbers will tell you everything you need to know, and that's why I like teams will say we don't have a number one driver. That's a lie.
yeah.
That's a lie. Like there's definitely someone who has a faster pace,
Mm-hmm.
faster splits, and things like that. And it's kind of one of those things where, especially now, we're at the midpoint. It's one of those things where I think now is where you establish that, especially if you're up there in the standings. I think now is where you establish that. I
Well,
think for like Ferrari, it needs to be established that okay, Lewis is going to be number one because he's right there number two. I mean, Charles is not that far down, but
well,
in the
well, people
grand scheme of things,
people misunderstand what that means, though. I think when people hear, "Hey, I want you to be a number one, you're gonna be my number two," that doesn't mean we're gonna say, "Hey, you have to slow down for this guy."
oh yeah,
Everybody,
yeah, no, 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 no,
what it means is that whenever there's time to make some changes in the car, you're taking my advice versus taking your advice.
yeah,
And you're gonna go in the direction that makes me more comfortable. And you're gonna have to drive my style of driving in order to get good, and that's just what it is. And I've always thought, man, like if Formula One, one thing and one thing only would fix Formula One. Stop trying to impress everybody. Like stop trying to be everybody. Like we doing too much. Like why are you trying to be everything to the eco wars? They're running a race with jet fuel. You're not going to be friendly to the environment. These tires are not meant, especially the method in which to destroy these tires. Like none of these things make any sense, and it's just like something that they want us to see and say, "Hey, we're doing this stuff for the environment. We're doing good, bro. We're racing with jet fuel. Let these guys race. You take the electric motor thing out, get it on out of there. Just that should be the thing. The FIA should announce tomorrow. We are removing all electrical components from the car. It will now just be
listen,
a
I
motorsport
say,
series.
I say, leave that stuff for Formula E.
Yeah, we
It
have a whole
shouldn't be in
series.
Formula One.
You have an entire series for this.
Take that out. Take out the V6. Bring back the V10,
you want
and let's race.
you want a V10 in that bad
Bring
boy.
back the V10 and let's race. Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what? I'm of the mindset. Let me choose what motor I want. So if you want a V10, cool. If I want a V6, cool. But let us race side by side and we make a decision because they both have different advantages. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
my Ferrari want that turbo powered, V6, but you want that monster V10. We figure it out. You know what
we
I mean?
figure it out. I
Hell,
mean,
if
I
it's
like that idea. I like
900,
that idea. But then you'll have some of the lower teams that don't have as much like money won't be able to tune their V10s the way that
see,
Ferrari could tune their V10 or V8 or whatever.
that's a lack of I almost cursed. That's a lack of freaking creativity on hockey. I'm talking to you, guys. The nerve of not to have enough money to get to the cap, bruh. Who is
That's
your market?
crazy. It's
Who is your
crazy though.
who? Who? Netflix did all the work for you, all of it.
True.
All you had to do was show up and say, "Hey, I own a Formula One team. Want to put your name beside it?" Shoot. Okay, just do this. HP got that giant sticker in front of everything. Walk over to Dell and be like, "Yo, you can put a giant sticker on mine too." There you go,
True.
Haas. Free game. I want a percentage. How do
True.
you not make? How do you not make your? When I hear people didn't spend enough money, it infuriates me. I'm an expert at this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it kind of confuses you a little bit. But I mean, there have been instances in the past where teams have run out of money. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it just depends. But I think most of the teams that we have there now are probably pretty good on money. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't think anybody's lacking. I think I'm
Well,
trying to think. Yeah, I don't think anybody's lacking on money.
the
But
next several years are going to be interesting because you've got the top teams, of course. And okay, so if you're looking at top down, you've got McLaren, who has at least one driver capable. Let's say capable. Okay, so if you
yeah,
give him a car, he's capable. You've got Ferrari. They're going to continue to get in their own way, but hopefully Lewis can just push his way through that regardless. And I'm not completely sold on Charles like everybody is. Like
no,
I,
yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I think that if you put Ali Berman in his place, I think that Ali's. I'm gonna leave it
So
alone.
that would be amazing. I was about to curse. That would be amazing.
He's a Ferrari
I'm
driver,
not gonna lie.
and he's not going to wait too much longer in that Haas machine. I'm telling you. And so,
Nah,
so
nah.
let's say the top four teams, Mercedes and Red Bull, are all have to have a driver in order for that team to. They all do, but I mean, you get the idea. The
Yeah,
rest of the teams down and below, they're going to be to the point soon where if they get a driver, like we're going to find out how good Arvid is because that racing
yeah.
keeps sneaking around and getting up there. He keeps sneaking around. And Liam has been looking good low key lately too. And so what happens if that car ends up being a good car, right? What happens if that Audi and Cadillac ain't here to get embarrassed? I promise. They
Not
not
for too much longer.
feel. Absolutely not. Bro, how fast was that? How fast is that Aston Martin gonna be, bro? Brother,
Listen,
brother,
I've been talking about this for the past couple of days, and
bro.
they I think Alonso placed what 13th,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
or 13th, right?
Let me.
And that's without the engine upgrade. So when that engine upgrade comes in, what are we talking about? Top tens for
Oh,
Aston Martin?
oh my God. Well, the thing is, we could be talking about more than that because this was the first one. Like they just now put that result. Let me look at this real quick. So the race results, Hungary. All right. Fernando came in 14th and Lance came in 13th.
And they finished in front of teams like Haas, right? They finished in front of Haas,
They're in front of Alpine,
Williams.
Williams.
See,
Yep. Alpine has millions in Cadillac. Yep. Well, Cadillac
see,
did, but
and
uh,
people were laughing off Aston Martin. And I've been saying this from the beginning. Once I seen that Aston Martin wasn't bringing upgrades,
hmm
it was one of those things that they're gonna drop them all, and then they're gonna try to surprise people. And I think that second half, people are gonna be very surprised. And then if they are good, then you're gonna start to hear the Max to Aston start creeping up.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
and I'm telling. Listen, we're not ready to have a conversation. But what if Lance ain't as bad as we think he is? Like, what if Lance drive like this because that car ain't never been nothing? And once that car finally get to be what it is, because one thing that nobody can dispute is that boy can drive in the rain. He
Oh
can,
yeah. Oh yeah.
and I
Oh yeah.
also, I also think that he got the want to. I mean, he act like this, but I don't think that it. Lance doesn't strike me as the guy who's doing this because he's being made to do it. He's doing this because he wants to, in my opinion. Just because of the hand thing always throws me off. Like he broke his hands, he didn't have to come back.
And came back.
I see week one with little broken brittle hands like this. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I give it to him. That was impressive. And that shows some grit. Like you said, it's one of those things where um he didn't have to come back.
Do
He
you
could have
think?
just stayed.
Let me ask you something. In
Yeah.
his position, do you think that you could do it? So if you're in his position, your dad is a billionaire. And so you've lived this life your entire life. Now you do this race car thing and whatever, and that's one of your passions, and dad's been supporting it, and you got yourself in this position. Do you think at that level you want to be everybody's punching bag? You know what I mean? Like cats like this ain't used to get like nobody talks to Lawrence Stroll like this. You know what I mean? Nobody talks about Lawrence Stroll like this, not to his face. You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
be Lance in his face. You know what I mean? He's super awkward too. So I wonder, like,
It's tough. Like if I were in that position, like I don't think I'd want to be on that team. I'll be honest with you. I
how
don't
so?
think I'd want to be on that team.
What do you mean?
Like I don't think I'd want to be like on my dad's team.
Hmm
If you understand what I'm saying, I would be the type to where I need to go out and get my
I
own
see.
name.
I
You know
see.
what I'm saying?
I see.
Because right now he's under this umbrella, and people think of him as, oh, he's just there because
Hmm
his dad is where he is. So he doesn't even have an opportunity to try to prove anything because people already downplay him right from the beginning before he even gets in the car.
Yeah. Yep.
So I wouldn't drive under my dad. I don't know. I'd be the one to try to branch out and go somewhere else.
Yeah. I agree with that, man. Like, especially if he believes in his heart he's really one of them dudes. You know,
Exactly.
But I don't really feel like Formula One's built for that, though. You know, it's not really built to get the very, 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 very best guy out there. Because, I mean, if you take the grid and you take the top 20 drivers, right? 22 drivers. Out of the 22, how many do you think really, really, really actually deserve to be on the grid right now? Like, you got,
Out of
uh,
all 22?
out of all 22, hold on. I'm going to list the name off. You tell me if they belong in Formula One right now. And I mean,
Okay.
versus the several world champions of Formula 2 that are being pushed to the side, or the development drivers that we know can push, some of the guys that have been super Formula, or you know all these names of these people. So
Yeah.
you keep this person on the list off, or would you, or would you find somebody? You don't have to name the person, but would you find somebody else for them? So
Okay.
Valtteri.
Yeah, I don't. I think he's good for admin. I don't think he should be in the seat.
Yep, no, I think he's gone too. Sergio.
That one's tough. Um, but I'm gonna say he probably shouldn't be in the seat either.
I agree. Oscar.
No, he deserves a seat.
Okay, I'll go with you on that. Oliver.
Yeah,
Burton.
he deserves a seat.
Yep. Carlos Sainz.
He deserves a seat.
Okay. Albon.
No,
Nah.
no,
Agreed. Esteban Ocon.
no.
No. Franco.
Man, I'm gonna say no.
I agree. I don't think Franco deserves a seat.
I'm gonna say no.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not. Now, I'm not. As I'm sure you're not either. Neither of us are saying that these guys can't drive.
Oh
But
no, no, no. There's some of the top drivers in the world,
yeah,
but
but a top 22. If the aliens invaded and said you got to put your best 22 drivers out here in these streets, Franco not going.
yeah, he's not part of that.
Fernando.
I think he does deserve a seat.
I'm gonna say nope.
No,
Nope.
I think he still has it in him. He just doesn't have the
Here's
car. So.
here's what I say why. Fernando won those two championships, right?
Mhm.
Very second he had some competition in that seat, he was getting the pants beat off him every single time. And what's happened ever since? Yep. When he gets actual competition, which was that he got uncomfortable, he got up out of there. You saw how.
You're right.
And so I'm not gonna say he's not bad, but I think there are probably other drivers, and this has to do with his age too. I also feel like if Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton are at his age right now, they will have accomplished more over that time, even with bad cars. He just hasn't accomplished as much as I would assume somebody who is so highly he's so highly regarded. Like he
Yeah, I just think he just came onto the scene at a rough time.
well, and he beat Schumacher. You know, when he
Yeah,
beat
but
people get weird about that. So like they put him up there because he beat Schumacher. But Lewis came in there year one and said,
that's
"Look
what I'm
now,
saying. Like,
captain now."
now, I think if Alonso would have, like, let's say hypothetically, if he would have came out in like the early '90s, I think he'd have did great. But now it's like you said, you had to deal with Schumacher, and then Lewis came onto the scene. Then after Lewis, Verstappen came on. So it's like it's been a
And you had Vettel in there too.
battle. So it's like I don't know. His timing it was just it wasn't right for him.
How about Lance?
No,
Nah,
no,
sorry, Lance. Pierre Gasly.
no. Yeah,
I'm gonna say Pierre too. Pierre can
yeah,
drive. Pierre can drive.
yeah.
Gabby.
No,
No for Gabby.
no,
Okay, okay.
no.
You know what? I'm gonna say no to Gabby too because uh Isaac was gonna win that championship, but his car went bad on him.
Yeah, I
They went
know.
ahead. Isaac had his behind. Yeah. How about Arvid?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
like Arvid. I think he can drive. Nico Hulkenberg.
I like Nico, but no,
I like Nico too, but no, sir, you can't stay. Liam Lawson.
no.
Mm-mm. George Russell.
Yeah, he deserves a seat.
Yeah, you like it?
I think Russell, he's a good driver. I think he just be getting flustered too much. He needs to focus.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think if we could strip the unlikable factor away from George, we probably realize he's a good driver. He just
Yeah, yeah. It's just that he makes himself unlikable.
That
So
is
it's
true.
like
He leans into
he embraces it. So it's like, oh man,
Isaac Hadjar.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure,
Lewis Hamilton. Yeah.
for sure,
Charles.
yeah, for sure.
Kimmy.
Oh, definitely.
Max Orlando, of course. Yeah.
Nah, you see, yeah, Max and Leno, yeah,
So
yeah.
that left what? 6 or 7 seats. I think we maybe 8 seats we pushed off.
I think it was, yeah, I think it was about, I think it was 8.
Let me count. So Valtteri and Sergio. Did we keep Carlos? Or we push him out of there.
Yeah, no, we kept Carlos.
Okay. Alex Albon, he's gone.
He's
Ocon,
gone. Ocon's gone.
Fernando. We'll keep Fernando. But Lance is gone. Gabby's gone.
Lawson,
Hulkenberg is gone.
Hulkenberg, and Lawson.
We got Lawson out of there too.
Yeah.
We freed up 9 spots on the grid. I wonder. So I'm curious if there are 9 actual drivers. And now, when I say that, I would love to see, like, Lewis has got this thing where he's trying to help underprivileged drivers get on the grid, things like that. Max has got his ways to get guys into driving too. Man, I want to see what some of these cats that don't have the money to go on the weekly basis and race, that but are actually just nice, like Lewis was back in the day. Just didn't have the money but was nice. I wonder if there are 9 drivers that are good enough to be on this Formula One grid. And I wonder if some of them will come from Indy. You know what I mean? Like Pelot or Scott Dixon, maybe. Um, Kyle Larson, if you want to see some accidents.
Yeah. No, but I think there are definitely 9 that we can get from other leagues that would probably do really well in Formula One.
Yeah, yeah.
They're definitely 9.
I'm all about. I want to see sport. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's why sometimes I struggle with the fact that I don't know which one of these guys is actually the best driver because they're in different machinery. You know what I mean? So I just want to see these guys knuckle to knuckle. You know what I mean? Like, I've always said that you should take the number one car designer. So that's Newey, Edger Newey, right? And
Mhm.
find whoever has the very best engine, right? Pick it out. Cool. And then you find the very best of all the different details that go into each of the car, and you have them build the very best car possible, right? And then you send the teams the information. They rebuild the car, however they do their thing. And then as a team, as a driver, maybe I like a little pointier front end. Maybe I like a little this different that. So I make little changes like that. But fundamentally, the cars are going to be literally the same thing. And then you slap your logos on them, blah 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 blah. And then we have our races. Well, then I get to know. I know for certain that Max is a better driver because he beat this guy, and we got the same car.
You know what that would be good for? For like an all-star weekend.
I want to put him in go karts on All Star Weekend. I want to put him in go karts so bad, bro. At Monaco, go karts at Monaco. Let him go,
That would be pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
and they have the
I
best
would watch that.
in the world. Let them have Mario Kart go karts. Bro, I would have bananas and listen. I'm not crazy. I would have bananas. I would have ways that they could shoot. What's it called? The purple shell. Everything.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah.
bull.
See. Yeah. There definitely needs to be like an all-star weekend in F1. Like there needs to be something. Like have a hot lap contest or something. You know what I'm saying? Something.
Okay, so this is venturing way off, but okay, so All Star Weekend, the shootout thing you was talking about. I think that would be unbelievable. All right, everybody has the same car, and maybe it's
Hmm.
not even. Maybe you don't have to have 22 of that car, but you just have maybe 5 of those things in case somebody tears it up. And then you hit that one outlap, and then you go. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Whoever has the best times wins, and then let's see who's
Win.
the fastest driver this weekend. You know what I mean? Um, I think that you should invite the F2 drivers. They should get a shot at it. I think you invite the girls, the Formula. What are the Formula? What's it called? Formula
Oh, the
Academy.
academy. The
Yeah,
academy.
invite those ladies in. Let them drive. You know, and I think since it's an All Star Weekend, you invite some of the IndyCar guys over. Did you see when Tony Stewart and Lewis Hamilton switched cars?
Oh yeah, I did.
Bro,
I
that was
did.
crazy.
I watched it a couple times.
Crazy. You know what I mean? Like we need more of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's fun.
That
And
would be great. But I don't see the FIA even trying to attempt to do that.
no, no, no. They're not going to do anything they can't control 100%. But it's like we're not the only ones having this kind of conversation. I know they're aware of it. They might not be hearing us particularly have this conversation. I hope they listen, but they may not particularly hear us. But there are plenty of people talking about the need of Monaco to be different. There are plenty of people talking about the need for All Star Weekend. Like right now, we're gonna have what 4 weeks or it's 3 weeks.
I think it's 3. Because when's the next race? That's uh August August 23rd, Netherlands. So in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, so we got this 3 week period of time. Okay, you know, I think there's so much value in taking a sport that's established and like peeling different pieces away. You know where I think soccer has it. Soccer has it really well. What they do is they got that league, and if you the sorriest team in the league, you get relegated to the minors. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
We moving on. We going and like that incentivizes you not to be like the NBA. Imagine if the NBA, if the worst team didn't get the best draft pick. Nah, bro, you going to the G League, and the best G League team is coming up. Well, nobody's tanking anymore. You solved the problem immediately. You know what I'm
You
saying?
would. You
And,
would. You
and so like
definitely would.
Formula One could do the same thing. If you the worst driver on the grid, the next man up is coming in because we need to find the next best driver. Everybody gets a chance because there's always going to be a worse driver. Now, whether it be hook or crook, you get 10 races. At the end of that 10 races, you're the last one. Go back to Formula 2. And if
Go
you get
back to
you can
Formula
work
2.
your way back up. And if there's another person in Formula 2 that's too hungry, maybe you don't got a seat in Formula 2 anymore. You know what I mean? Like, probably make Formula 1 so much money. Make
It
so
would. It
much
would. But the only problem with that would be everybody that's coming up will have to drive a Cadillac.
money. True. That's true. That's
They
true.
would have to drive a Cadillac. Everybody coming up.
Okay, well, okay, so let's address that, right? So let's say we're all driving the Cadillac, all right, or the Aston Martin at this point in the year, but uh,
Yeah.
you driving the sorry car, you got to beat your teammate, all right, and so you just beat me. I'm no longer on the grid, and you've beat the last two or three guys to come in. Well, maybe it's time for you to move up to the next team. Like everything should have that progression,
Like a tier.
or at least a more aggressive trade market where hey, Oscar is doing well on this team, but he would do better in a team as he was the number one. Let's get a young driver in the team. Let's get Ollie. Let's get Ollie up here so he can spend a couple of years behind Lando, and then we'll figure out what's going. to... You know what I mean? Like a better development. Like right now, we've got Lewis and Charles, which doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. Like because you don't bring on a driver of Lewis's caliber unless you're basically telling the other guy we don't think you can do what it is we need done, and so we're bringing in a talented driver. You see what I mean? You bring in a young force, like that's why Lewis had Valtteri all those years. It didn't make sense for him to bring the young. It wouldn't make sense to put him Kimi Antonelli. Right, I almost called it Hemi Antonelli. Hey, that's gonna stick.
Yeah, you done started something now.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
Nah, I got you. I mean, you're right. You're right. In the
Man,
grand scheme of things.
it's gonna be a. I think as sour as we were on, at least a lot of people were about how the season was gonna be. I think we have gotten one hell of a year so far. Like this has been, despite the engines and the what is it called, the electrical stuff and all that. Despite all that happening, the racing has been a lot of fun.
Oh, it's been great.
It's been unpredictable.
It's
We
been
don't
great to watch.
every week, like, and so you know. All right, man. I've kept you long enough, my friend.
Nah, this was fun though.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was
We
fun
got to
though.
do this more frequently for sure. Well, guys, if you haven't had a chance to follow us, tell us where to follow you at, my friend.
Yeah, so you can follow me at Formula Alfeanyi, or you can follow apex.nor. We do some things on there too as a group. So
Yeah, yeah,
check us out.
yeah. Check us out, guys. We'll catch you next time.